and welcome to Infinite Adventures podcast. Take one. Oh my god,
yes.
That is such a big point.
Because this guy here, I don't know what I'm pointing, Luca.
It's a podcast, not a video. And we're going to talk today about theme parks, I guess. Let's go get some pancakes. You kind of wobble and bash your head around.
Yeah, here we go.
It just is the best. The views and opinions of the host are strictly of their own and may not be 100% correct. Occasionally, strong language may be used.
Welcome back, guys, to episode 4 of the Infinite Adventures podcast. I'm here with Luca again. How have you been?
I'm good, yes.
Been up to much the last 2 weeks?
Started work and finished another work.
Fair
and
enough.
Been filming stuff, so...
Yeah, I've changed jobs myself, so there's lots of exciting things to come. So what will we be discussing this week?
I don't know, really. We'll just see where it takes us. We got a few topics. We're off to Blackpool tomorrow. So,
Yeah, nice 4-hour drive.
So we'll kind of keep it short and sweet, so it's not too long because I don't want to be knackered as fuck. Yay!
Yeah, we got to drive up there tomorrow, and then we got Blackpool Saturday night out, so we're going to be absolutely shattered over the weekend.
Well, bearing in mind that this will come out on Tuesday, so it will have already been. And if you keep up to date with our social medias, then you'll probably see the occurrences of the 3-day trip.
Yes. Right, so shall we start with... what have we got?
What have we got to start with? Well, I think we'll start off with... I don't know, Volcano's the most recent thing to happen.
Yeah, so was it 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
So King's Island, King's Dominion,
King's Dominion
said that they were closing Volcano the Blast Coaster, which is their Intamin, inverted
launch
LSM launch coaster thing, which looked pretty sick, to be fair.
It's got like a straight launch out the station, then you go around a corner and then launch again up into the volcano.
Yeah, for a loop. Yeah.
Apparently, it had so many maintenance problems throughout the years.
Well, I can tell Intamin launch coasters have maintenance issues as they are, and something like that, which is inverted and it pulls like mad G-force.
And it's the older style launch system.
It doesn't even have the new restraints. It has the old bulky ones like Colossus.
Yeah, sort of the twisted ones are like Cedar Point.
Yeah, like the inverted impulse things.
Yeah, so apparently it's not that comfortable, but it was a fan favourite at the park.
Yeah, well, it's been there God knows how many years.
Yeah, the volcano's been there even longer. It's had
3
rides.
Yeah.
So they might keep the volcano. They might just rip it all down.
I'd see. I could see it going 2 ways. I could see a dark ride in there. I could also see it being a queue house for a dark ride, and I can also see it being flattened. That's 3 ways, but yeah.
They've put supports through the volcano now, so the chances are.
Yeah, but it's not hard to patch it up with bits of fake rock work, is it?
Depends. Where
you have a building inside the volcano. It won't just be the dark ride in the shell of a volcano.
No, it's a shame because this was a bucket lit coaster. I remember watching it on one of the Extreme Rides documentaries on Sky back in the day, and it was just there talking about Volcano the Blast Coaster.
It looks good, but they've got better coasters there, so...
Well, they've got an RMC now.
And they've got Intimidator 305, which looks sick.
I think, if they knock it down, there's a potential for B&M of some sort.
Potentially, but I see why they've done it now and not before. They kind of waited till they had something that would draw people away. So now they've got Twisted Timbers.
Yeah.
It's kind of okay, so we add an amazing coaster to make up for the fact that we have to remove this. It's probably something that they don't want to do, but they kind of have to do.
Technical issues, yeah. I think it's more that way.
So they've waited till they've got something good enough that will keep the crowds away.
I just feel ashamed for Lee because he's flying out there. Literally, this guy, he's gone on so many America trips and it was on his bucket list. And this year, was it May? They're off to King's Dominion.
I think they're going on a big park trip anyway.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'll go to ride it." No, you don't.
It's closed.
So that was a bit of a laughing topic in our group chats.
It's cool because it's a big plot of land, and it's not like King's Island where they go, "A giga coaster will fit there." Because they already have one, so they don't have to worry about that. So it's kind of
it's definitely not.
What do you put there, and how unique can it be? Because they can't build something that's too similar to what Busch Gardens have.
Maybe a B&M invert, but again, Busch Gardens have got Alpengeist down there,
which is only an hour and a bit away.
Yeah,
so they have to be careful. But if it's a big plot of land for a big coaster, so
if they're going for B&M, it'll be a wing or a flyer because Busch Gardens have neither.
True.
They don't want to seem copying.
They'll have to be unique because like if they build a wing coaster, if you sit on the end of Griffin, it's basically a wing coaster.
Yeah, so exactly. It depends on the sensation.
You would build it differently, and I think it would be standalone, like different, something similar to like Thunderbird instead of a standard wing coaster.
Yeah.
Like a crazy layout with a launch.
Actually, a launch to replace a launch. It would kind of make sense. True. I can see that. It is just a shame because it is a bucket list coaster, and I wouldn't have got out there for the next 5 years or so.
But then you also have to think about like who Cedar Fair are currently working with. They're working recently this year with Mack. You could see a Mack coaster there.
Oh, what, because of Copperhead Strike?
Yeah, which is still the same parent company. So if this goes down well, like I don't think you'll see anything get built there for the next at least 2 years. Which gives time for someone like Copperhead Strike, which is new for Cedar Fair to look into, to make a decision. Right, shall we build one here?
But Cedar Fair are also still working with B&M. You got to look at like Canadas Wonderland. There's still
true, yeah. So it basically is it down to like just how much you want to use that space. They might even just build something small there and use the rest of the space for like future development.
Well, like if you look at like Coaster Studios videos and things like that, they are just saying, what if it's a restaurant and a queue line and they just build a big building like you said behind it?
Yeah, but even if you bulldoze the whole thing, what if they put a small ride at the front of that area where like the entrance used to be, just to cover up where the eyesore used to be,
and then
build behind it? Yeah. You've got future space that you can easily build something like, I don't know, a modern wooden coaster or
GCI.
Like, there's enough space to go there.
But again, GCI they have to go more frill because Busch Gardens have got the family.
True, but you don't have to go GCI. You've got Gravity Group and I don't know any other modern wooden.
Those are the main two.
But yeah.
If you're going to go for something, it's either GCI or Gravity Group.
Mainly, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll get one of those GCI inverting things that.
That'll be very different to Invaders. So you won't have a lot of similarities there.
New GCI trains as well could be a lot.
Oh yeah, what they called Infinity Flyer?
Something like that. They got bulkier bars, more like Gravity Group, just to hold you in.
Well, yeah, they're going upside down.
And the front's a bit more streamlined, so it's a bit. I think with those ones you wouldn't be able to have as much theming on the car. But
I reckon you still could, but the Gravity Group ones are more themed than the GCI ones anyway.
Like Mind Blower, which was it?
Yeah, Mind Blower, Fun Sport.
Yeah,
You've got that. You've got Kentucky Flyer, which are like really good fronts. And then like the most themed front that GCI do is probably Wicker Man, because the rest of them are just like that kind of
flat
caged front bit at the front
with
like,
a logo on it or something.
Yeah, like Woden or Gwazi, they're all like similar.
Yeah, but no, it is a big shame, and I hope they build something new. But I think again now King's Dominion, I'm going to wait until they build whatever or announce whatever before I go there.
I mean, it's one of those parks that's not like a one-time visit thing.
No.
So you could go more than once. Like, if someone turned around to me and was like, "Do you want to go to King's Dominion? I found a cheap flight."
Yes, I do.
Fuck yeah, I'll go.
Intimidator 305.
Yeah,
of course.
The reason. Like I said to some of my mates that I want to do an America trip, and I was like pointing out coasters which highlight parks. So I was like, I want to do King's Dominion just for Intimidator. I want to do Hershey for Sky Rush.
Fury 325 would be one of them.
Yeah, so it's like pick out the coasters and then do the park kind of thing. And then who knows, like if I go there for Intimidator and I like the park, I'll go back when they put something new in there. But it's a kind of thing that you don't know how long it will be until they put a coaster there.
Well, for us, it's like if we were to do a trip there, like, and you're looking at doing more than one Cedar Fair park, it's worth getting like the Cedar Fair Platinum Pass and just hopping.
Yeah, but it depends how long you also go for.
Yeah, if you're just one day, it's like
one day each is probably not the best. Like, but if you're getting the pass and doing like a week and doing like 2 or 3 days at each park, then it's probably well worth it.
Yeah. So speaking of, we'll talk about like potential companies that Cedar Fair are currently using.
Yeah, so they're currently working with B&M at Canadas Wonderland, and they've managed to finally finish the track.
The world's tallest dive coaster is now complete.
It's the tallest and longest, isn't it?
Tallest and longest.
And fastest.
And the first with a vertical loop, but they had a few issues with that.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing some construction updates. I think it was in Amusement Insiders, where they put track pieces in and then took them out and then sent them back to the track manufacturing plant.
It must have been needed smoothing or adjusting,
realigning or something. Nothing major because it's now finished, and their park doesn't open till like May.
It's like end of April, beginning of May.
Yeah, because it's in Canada, they've got a different weather pattern to the rest of America, kind of thing.
But then they run their Christmas event, so it's...
Yeah, and they said that this will potentially run for Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make a difference that it opens a little bit later. But at least it's finally done, and the trains are all there.
That vertical loop on a dive coaster train is going to feel weird.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be as well. I thought it was going to be like you come out of that huge 0G and go into a small loop.
Because it's
But
later on in the track.
Big loop.
It's got to take a lot of stress with those trains.
Yeah, but look at the speed it's going, like, what, 75 miles an hour? So it will take it at some speed and it will reduce the stress. Like, if it went for it slower, maybe it might cause more issues.
If I rode it, I'd want the other coaster to be going round the lake as you drop into it.
That'd be sick as well, yeah.
What do they call that one?
Vortex.
Vortex, yeah. If it was going round the
Yeah,
drop. Because I could see what they did there, but the timing's...
In the animation, it looks so good, but in reality, like, you'll be very lucky to get it like...
Well, I mean, it's got... In the animations, it's got the new restraints as well, which, based on
Well,
Valkyria...
the new restraints aren't bad. Like,
No, based on Valkyria...
I think everyone that's slating them hasn't been on a ride like with the new ones.
The ones that don't lock, we're being specific here.
Yeah.
So not the old, like, Raptor, Swarm, and even Dollywood's Eagle.
Wild Eagle.
Wild Eagle, they lock as you're going around.
Yeah, whereas the new ones, they're less thick and they don't lock as well.
Yeah.
So they're more, they move more and they're not as heavy.
So when you dangle over the vertical drop, if you're on the front row, it just releases and let you fall forward.
Yeah, so imagine like you're sitting in the station on one of those wing coasters where before they lock,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that, but the padding's not as thick, so it's not as restrictive.
Yeah, it's much more at least half the size of something like Air, you know what I mean, with the flyers.
Yeah, it's the padding's a lot more thinner, which is more comfortable.
It gives
in
a better
terms of-
sensation.
Yeah, you can move a lot more without having the head bashing of like the older B&M coasters.
I'm not sure what it would be like on the bigger dive coasters though, because I know all the other ones have got the hard restraints except for
Valraven.
yeah. So I'm not sure whether it benefits the bigger ones. I know with the mini dives it definitely does, because comparing Craig at Hyder Park, which has the old restraints, to Valkyria,
Yeah,
completely different sensations.
true, but it depends on obviously the other ones that have the old restraints have similar layouts, whereas this one is a very different layout to what we've seen. Even with something like Valkyria, it's very different. It's more of an out and back layout than a standard dive coaster layout.
It is interesting, but I think the issue with the layout that I've got is, again, it's like brake run, helix.
The ending's
Brake run.
a bit boring, but the actual layout, if you look at the layout, it's completely different.
Yeah.
You haven't got a drop into an Immelman into a brake run and then a couple of helixes and inversions. You've got a massive 0G roll, a loop,
Vertical loop.
another Immelman, and then you've still got a second drop and the helix.
That's mainly to run free trains. It's mainly
Yeah,
for the capacity.
Yeah, because then you can also have one dropping down once one's cleared the mid-course, so you've got more running kind
So
of thing.
yeah, you could run 4 on that thing, really.
It has enough, yeah, but...
It depends how they choose. I mean, would they do a load unload? Would they?
No, it's all one station, like Valraven.
Okay, so they.
There's one load, one offload. If you have 2 stations, what's the point?
Yeah, true.
It doesn't work well on the bigger ones anyway, as we've seen with something like Sheikra.
They don't run the other one anymore.
Yeah, Sheikra they don't. Oblivion, you barely see it happen. So you could see that with the bigger ones, you don't really need it, and the smaller ones don't even have 2 stations now. They just have one.
They just have the one.
Because it's like check, send.
If they even check it at some parks, you know what I mean?
Or, yeah.
But no, it's good to see it done. Canadas Wonderland, another part that I really want to. It's got some wacky rides up there. Some of their flat rides. It's got.
Yeah, and it's constantly expanding. Like they're always pushing the boundary. Like they had the first B&M Giga. You never know how that would have turned out, and then it wouldn't have made rides like Fury. So like building the tallest dive coaster, it's something unique again for Canadas Wonderland.
Yeah, Cedar Fair are just taking their own records from themselves.
Yeah, but they always put them in unique parks. So like the B&M Giga was trialled technically at Canadas Wonderland with Leviathan.
Yeah.
You've now got the world's tallest dive coaster and B&M's first vertical loop on a dive coaster. Like, they're always going above and beyond with what they're building.
Well, at one point they wanted to put Triotech dark rides everywhere. They installed one at Canadas Wonderland. You know that weird shooter drop section, like
it's a roller coaster with guns.
So you go up a lift hill outside. You go around a small roller coaster section, go inside, have a gun section with a screen, You then have a drop like 13, more coaster bit, and then back to the station.
It's cool. It's unique.
Low capacity, didn't quite work out.
Yeah, I know, but it's cool, and it's inside their main like headline thing. Like you walk in
Wonder Mountain or whatever.
Yeah, it's literally the mountains at the end of the entrance plaza.
Yeah.
And you've got a dark ride in there. That's cool.
Yeah,
like, imagine a dark ride going into the Disney castles.
Yeah, so having a ride on your main structure.
Yeah, but you don't like when you enter. It doesn't ruin it. Like,
no, you don't. It's all at the back of it.
Yeah, but you kind of like you're gonna take a photo of the mountain. You don't see a coaster there.
No,
it's all on the inside or behind it.
But yeah, it's another bucket list park. It's those ones that I'd like to tick off and do eventually. But at the moment, it's not on the priority list.
No, but then again, it's like weird because it's hard to pick and choose. Like everything's like so far away from each other.
Yeah,
with America, because you've got like Steel Curtain and you've got like you just got rides so far away from each other that are new. Or it's not like England where like you can drive to the other side of the country in 5 hours.
Like Coaster Studios did a whole tour. Yeah.
Yeah, so you had Wicker Man and Icon, which are like an hour and a bit apart. Yeah. Like America, they're like stupid, like a day apart.
You could do it. You could do it the Sean Sambrook way and just do a whole trip in like 3 weeks of constant parks.
You're gonna have no rest time.
It would knacker me. I think. Yeah. I mean, I struggled with 3 days just on Fantasialand property. I was tired after all that.
Exactly, and if you're gonna do multiple parks for multiple days, like something like Dollywood for 2 days is gonna tie you alone,
and you need a driving day.
You also have to drive to another park.
Like Silver Dollar's so far out of the way, yeah.
Yeah, and you are going to parks that are so far from anything else.
It's why I appreciate Europe. You can rent a car, drive over there, and just do park, drive back.
And Europe has a lot of small parks as well that you can do between parks.
Yeah.
So you can kind of go from like I know Efteling and Toverland are near each other, but you've also got the weird like wacky parks like
the
Wallabies, Bobby on Land.
Yeah.
So you've also got like the small weird wacky parks as well as the big ones, which are kind of like filler.
Yeah,
because they've got unique rides, nothing to cry and shout about, but they're cool.
No, it's like what you said about standout rides. It's like, was it Movie Park? That's now got
one standout ride, I would say.
Yeah, that's their
the Mac coaster, Star Trek.
Which one's got the Intamin Hyper?
Wallaby Holland.
That's the Goliath, and then the one in Germany that I always forget the name of. Holiday Park.
Expedition GeForce
Holiday Park. Yeah. That's a want to do one, but that's closer to Europa Park, so you compare them up.
Yeah, but at the end, that's what I mean. Like, it's not like you compare it to America. It's not like you're driving 9 hours between parks. It's an hour drive.
Yeah,
you can do that in a day. You can do a day trip to there, kind of thing.
It's like even in California, if you want to go up from SeaWorld, which is about 2 hours away from Anaheim, and you want to do California's Great America, that's 4 hours back up.
Yeah,
from the main Anaheim
they're
area.
not even near each other. Whereas
it's 2 different ends.
Whereas like in England and some parts of Europe, parks are near each other, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
You don't have that. Oh, I'm so far out of reach from another park that I just have to spend solely time at this park.
No, but that does cause a lot more competition as well. Like you've got Paulson's, Adventure Island, Legoland, Chessington, all with similar markets.
Yeah, so you've always got competition between each other, and a lot of like British people won't travel to bits of Europe. Like they'll just go to the standard. Like, oh, it's easy to get to Disneyland Paris. We'll go there as our European theme park,
and it's got the brand. Yes, it's like let's just go to Disney.
Whereas there's so much more out there that you can easily visit if you look into it.
I didn't know about Fantasialand before, I'd say, Taron came out. Like, it was sort of not on my interest list.
I heard about
I knew about
it. I knew about it, but like until Taron was built, it wasn't like a high interest visit.
No, whereas now Europa's quite a high up list. But
Europa's a weird one for me because there's nothing stand out that I want to go for. But I know that they've got big plans because of
the
rumours.
Yeah.
But you've got the Giga rumour that might even be a Mac Giga. So you
we'll
never know.
You've
seen the Mac Hypers, which are like 220 odd foot with massive loop around the lift. So
and then sometimes a backwards seat like the C1.
Yeah. So you never know. Mac's a weird company that's always willing to push the limits, but also do it safely.
Yeah.
Mac is like the new B&M, like.
Back when B&M used to...
back in the day when B&M used to break the records.
The only thing B&M has done new recently is their wing coaster. And then they sort of went, let's try
and the Giga coaster, but that's just a remodelled Hyper.
Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
They're not changing. They've
Whereas
got new
before-
restraints, but yeah.
Before they would like build stupidly unique layouts on and develop parts like the Hulk launch.
Yeah.
No way would they do that.
Yeah, look at Nemesis, like the layout for that, and then you did have the Batman clones, which is constant clones.
Yeah, but all companies do that. You look at Vekoma, like 90. Well, not I wouldn't say 90, but like over half their market is just copy and paste coasters.
Yeah.
But they still make
SLCs.
Yeah, but they still make good like unique layouts.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
then
look at their Bermuda Blitz and
someone's even made a clone of Taron now and bought a copy of that.
I don't think it'll be an exact clone, but
Very, very similar.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's parks that I want to get to in America, but I've still got to do Florida. I've still got to do California. I mean, you're lucky. You're off to Florida this year.
This year, and I'll probably go back after Jurassic. So
Yeah.
like 3-4 years time.
Whereas I'm looking at next year because I've not been before, and
Yeah.
it'd be more like getting Gwazi done and things like that. I admit 2021's got like Tron and all that, but you got it Florida.
See,
You just got to pick a year.
This time I'm not going to Disney, which is why I will go back later to do Disney.
Yeah.
Because like I haven't done Disney since 2014, and they haven't added a lot. Like the only thing that I'm want to go to Disney for now is Pandora, and it's still got like 3-hour long waits. So I think I'd rather wait till Tron,
Yeah.
do the Tron and Guardians, but then I won't have to wait like half my life for Flight of Passage.
That's the problem because Star Wars opens this September. Around then, I'm gonna struggle.
Yeah, and
2020
it's
Star Wars
so
lands.
late opening this year that they'll have the knock-on effect that it will still be busy next year.
With the holiday goes next year. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more like, okay, people will wait more for next year kind of thing because it's so late this year. You've kind of got it opening in line with Halloween Horror Nights kind of thing.
Yeah. So Disney will be like, oh, we've got Star Wars now, so people are more likely to go to that then. But all the locals will still want to do the Halloween events. So
Yeah, but people still go to Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
So you've kind of got... In a way it works good, but the die-hard Star Wars fans are going to miss out on something like
I
Halloween
think
Horror
it's
Nights.
the problem. There's a clone of it, like in California. They didn't want to open them at the same time as well.
Yeah, but
So-
also one's a lot more like into the construction than the other one.
So the die-hard fans are going to go to California for its opening, and then we'll most probably go to Florida for its opening as well.
Yeah, and then also you've got Halloween Horror Nights around the same time. So.
I feel like you really want to go to Halloween Horror Nights.
I've been.
Have you?
I went Halloween Horror Nights 25.
Oh, I'm jealous.
There's a poster up there.
I'm jealous. Okay, I'm jealous. So, for the record, the reason he's pointing out the posters is because we're recording at Luca's house instead of my house this time.
Yeah.
So a bit of change of scenery.
So if it sounds any different, let us know.
What sounds better? We're still working on it. If you think the acoustics are better at Luca's, we'll record more at his.
Yeah. I did Halloween Horror Nights 25, and they have a weird thing. Like last year was probably their best year to date, but they normally do it on the 5 or on the like. The 10.
That's sort of when they bring back characters and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
so when I went Halloween Horror Nights 25, it was Jack is back.
and then after that, they brought Chance as a main
Well,
character.
Chance was already back because it's Chance and Jack, but Chance was the headline for 26 kind of thing.
But 25 was Jack as the
Yeah,
main.
which is the big thing. So, like, their next big thing will be 30 and then 35.
And Jack will be back again.
But yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, last year was Stranger Things, which was a huge IP
That
for
had
them.
like 4 or 5 hour queues or something.
Which is a huge IP for them. I would have thought they would have waited for 30, but then again, will it be a relevant IP?
It's jumping on it where you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like round here. I really like the Walking Dead mazes at Fort Park at Fright Nights.
Well, I'm a kind of big. I wouldn't say big, but I'm a kind of Walking Dead fan anyway. Like,
yeah,
I'm not fully up to date with everything. Like, I'm on season 6.
but
I think.
I could
But
understand
I
the
like
stories.
yeah. So when you're a fan of it, like,
Though that was
Yeah.
a really good IP to jump on.
yeah, and it's not like it's not the biggest IP, but it's not the worst.
Especially now they've renewed it for another season as well.
Yeah.
So it's. I think those IPs are good ideas, but I need to get out to America for Horror Nights and stuff like that. Apparently, Wallaby is a good one in Europe as well.
Yeah,
They're meant to be
that
high end
seems
scares. Toverland does a little one, nothing major, but
Europa Park does a Halloween event, which is apparently decent.
that used to be the Terenzi ones. Terenzi Halloween Horror. I think Terenzi
No, it
Horror.
used to be called Horror Nights, and now it's
Yeah.
called Horror Nights Traumatica.
That's
They kind of like rebranded it.
because the designer left or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure. But again, expensive. They turn a whole station into a club,
Yeah.
like a ride station
Yeah.
into a nightclub. So it's going to be lots of things to look forward to. I want to get out, but the other thing is money.
Yeah, and there's a lot happening over the next couple of years, so it's kind of like, when do you pick?
Yeah, so if I go out to Leesburg again, then they've got nothing major, but do I do Wildfire? Do I go up there and visit? That's
another one where it's like, they have one coaster that stands out.
And like a few kiddie coasters.
Yeah, so it's like, do you wait, do you not? What are they going to do, what they're not going to do?
Do your research if you're trip planning.
Yeah.
But I do thoroughly recommend Ryanair. Cheap flights, if they're on time.
Most of the time there.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Like any other news?
Not really. Stay tuned on this channel, because we're planning on later this week hopefully having a Blackpool episode, because obviously when this comes out we've already been.
Yeah.
So stay tuned on this channel. Stay tuned on my channel and Sam's channel for vlogs and content from Blackpool anyway.
Yeah, because we're going for 2 days, we're gonna spend some time actually getting good shots of the rides.
Yeah. Check out our social medias, which will have photos, posts and stuff from Blackpool anyway.
Yeah, we'll get some nice shots of Icon, put them on there.
Check out everyone else that makes content, because I'm sure they'll have Blackpool content out either by now or in the next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Who's going? Like, you got Theme Park Collective, Luke Farmer.
Yeah, too many people that I know are going.
Literally, yeah. You got the big ones like Theme Park Worldwide. You got everyone
will be there. So I'm sure there'll be content. So check out everyone's channels for content as well as our channels and this channel. And
then we'll discuss to you guys, and we'll do a Blackpool episode and just discuss
hopefully within this week. So when you're hearing this,
a few days after,
we're hoping for this weekend, as in after this comes out. So
for a release,
so either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Hopefully, hopefully.
We just need to organise when we can meet up after work, things like that, and then we'll get it as soon as we can. Because we'll tell you all about the trip.
Yeah. Other than that, keep an eye on our social medias.
Yeah, and thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah.
That's episode 4 done.
Yeah. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.